Hey, everybody. Yep, let me be quiet. Y'all come on in, hit the like button.
You can share my
Happy hump day, everybody. Now you got the brick wall up there. Because I was like, wait a minute. Why her background look like that?
brick. Wow.
Huh.
For those people who feel like they're hitting a brick wall.
Oh, come from behind the brick wall.
Yes.
Hey y'all come on in, hit the like button, make sure you share the video. It's free and it don't cost you nothing. We have 15 non-phone jobs that we will be talking about later on in the video. Happy hump day, everybody.
Okay.
I need to get my dad up here. It'll be good for him, but see, he don't wear glasses like that.
Yeah, see, that's the problem I have. I don't wear glasses. So for me, man.
Mm.
But like this
Hello.
lady on my team, she wear glasses. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So she got her prescription put in.
Oh, okay.
So it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I guess it's good in a sense if you're doing something. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're just not that person, then yeah, I can see that. Hey, Live, Love, and Laugh. She says, hello, Two Chicks fam. Hey, Seed, Soil, and Sunshine. She says, I need something part time that will keep me under the earned income max for Social Security. I don't want to be penalized. Can't make more than $19.50 gross earned income monthly. That's Social Security cap. So we will be talking about part time today, Queen. Hey, Leonica. She says, hey, Tan and Carl. Happy Wednesday. Liked and shared. Thank you. Hey, Queen T. She says, happy Wednesday evening, everyone. And she says, hi, Leonica. Leonica says, hey, T, how are you? Is it Rini? Hey, Rini. Rini says, hey, y'all. Leonica says, hey, Rini. Hey, Knit and Crochet. Knit and Crochet says, hey, everyone. Hey, y'all come on in. Hit the like button. It is live stream Wednesday.
Yes.
Hey, it's Cheryl. She says, hey, everyone, happy Wednesday. Leonica says, hey, Knit and Crochet, Live, Love, and Laugh. She says, hello, everybody. Knit and Crochet. She says, hi, Leonica.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. Y'all quiet today. It's hump day.
Hello.
It's almost the weekend.
Yes. Happy.
Almost the weekend.
Y'all come on in. Come on in. Share it with a friend.
Leonica says, hey, it's Cheryl. I'm gonna say D. D says, "Hey, finally caught alive." 10 says, "Hey y'all." She says, "I'm looking for anything immediately. Need advice. Have 2 degrees to apply to a lot of jobs. Resume has been revamped. Interview don't really go well."
Okay. So 2 questions. Are you sending the same resume even if it's revamped? Are you sending that same resume or are you doing what we call the keywords and tailoring your resume? And number 2, what are your degrees in? Well, 3 questions. Number 2, what are your degrees in? And number 3, what do you mean by interviews really don't go well? If you can describe that, maybe we can help you.
Rennie, she says, "Hey Leonica." Hey Dorothy. Dorothy says, "Hello." Hey Kay. Kay says, "Hello." It Cheryl says, "Hey Leonica."
Hey.
Happy hump day, everybody. Y'all come on in. Make sure you share this video with a friend. We are doing another laptop giveaway. This will be our
I don't know.
10th
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Look, we've given away over 20 so far, maybe 25, but we have some more to give out. So y'all be sure to go tell a friend, leave us a comment. Disclaimer, YouTube is not a part of our laptop giveaways. Hey, Queen Ellen. She says, hi, Carol and Tana, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hey, EJ. Hey, Beauty Beyond Boutique. She says, hello.
Hey.
EJ, are you from New Orleans? I see you said New Orleans, Louisiana. Hey, Shira. She says, hello, ladies and everyone. EJ says, hey, Tan.
Hey, hey.
Okay. Louisiana. That's what my dad would say. Louisiana is in the building. Hey, Anaya. Anaya says hello. Hey, Miss Pam. We got a lot of new people here. Miss
Hey.
Pam says hello. Welcome to all of the new queens, and if we have any kings here.
Welcome.
I don't know, but welcome.
Welcome. You want to get started, Kara?
EJ, let me answer this question. EJ says currently paying remote jobs that provide laptops for Louisiana. So we do have a list of companies. I'm gonna drop the link here and then I'm gonna let Tan talk.
Okay.
So if anybody else here is looking for companies that provide equipment, we do have a link with a list of them. Not sure what they are hiring for because we only gave the companies itself on the list. So just click on the link, search the careers to see what remote jobs each company has, because I don't know. I do not know. I'm pretty sure the majority of them have jobs though.
All right. You ready? You ready?
Ready.
All right, we are going to get started. So, for those of you who are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who are not new, welcome back and thank you for joining us again. I am Tangi.
And Tangi is the GOAT, and I am Carol.
And Carol is the GOAT. And together we are two chicks with a side hustle on this channel. Wherever you're watching us at, we post work at home jobs, side gigs, and side hustles. We do these lives to help you get started on your work from home journey. If you are new to working from home, if you are not new to working from home, we help you maximize your time and your money. So basically what we do is we help people get into the world of work from home by way of side gigs and side hustles or work from home jobs. We give our opinion on both of those areas. We have a great group of people in the chat who come on every time we hit the live button to give their opinions, their strategies, and things on the work from home jobs and side gigs we talk about. And they also give us new side gigs and side hustles and work from home positions from time to time. So if you are new here, I suggest you grab a pen and a piece of paper because there will be a lot of knowledge dropped in the chat. I would suggest you grab a pen and a piece of paper, jot the things down that you are interested in that are talked about in these lives. Go and do your research. Go do your research on the things that we talk about and then come back and get the strategies and the ways that these people are making money with these work at home jobs, with these side gigs and side hustles, because that way you will know what they are doing and you can go mimic what they are doing and create your own spin to it. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to tailor it for yourself. So don't think that you can't do what these other people are doing. You may not do it in the same way. It may look a little different for you, but you can do it. So Carol will be reading the chat. Again, grab a pen and a piece of paper. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat. If you are new, type "I'm new" in the chat and we can help you get started. Now, we can tell you what people are doing. We can tell you how these things work with the side gigs and side hustles and work from home positions. But you have to do the work. These things work if you work them. You can't just sit back and say, "Hey, I'm going to sign up and I'm not going to do anything and I'm going to make money." That's not how this works. If you're willing to do the work, you can make money. All right, Carol, ready?
I
And
see we
welcome.
got.
Thank you. And we'll talk about the jobs at the end.
I see we got a testimony from Leonica. She says,
All
I
right.
have 124.90 on noise, 80 cents on money time, 14 on air perks. Now she said currently playing a game on air perks that is paying $1,400. Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations, Leonica.
Congratulations, yeah.
Shira says, how was your hump day?
It was good.
Busy. Mine was busy today, Queen. And it's gonna be busy tomorrow too, because I gotta go take my truck to get service. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm dreading it. Because I don't want to be sitting up there all day. Hey, Mo Better. She says, ladies, ladies.
Hey, hey.
Yonica says, hey, Queen Mo Better. Is it Killer? Was it Keela? I may have said it wrong. They say, hello, everyone. Hey, Queen. Ellen says, congrats, Leonica. Leonica says, hey, Ellen. She says, thank you. Queen My Better. She says, hey, Leonica. She says, hey, chat. She says, welcome. Stephanie, hey, Queen. She says, hey, Tan and Carl, and hey, everyone. Hey, Queen Benita. She says, hello, ladies and chat family. Hope everyone had a good day. I liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Leonica says, hey, Stephanie. Ellen says, welcome, new queens and kings. Carl and Tan are the goats. Thank you,
Thank you,
Queen.
Ellen. We appreciate that.
Appreciate that. EJ says, thank you, Queen. No problem, EJ. Leonica says, hey, Benita. Stephanie says, I have been scanning receipts into Receipt Hog. All right, girl. Congrats. Hey, Karen. She says, hello, ladies. Stephanie says, hey, Leonica. Queen Marbella, I'm going to take your phone. She says, so you mean to tell me it's two ghosts in here? Laugh out loud. Now, y'all are the ghosts for real. Thank you,
Thank you,
Queen.
Queen.
Leonica says, I had Receipt Hog years ago, Stephanie. Hey, Miss Ralph. She says, good evening, Carol and Tan in the two chick community.
Hey, hey, Queen.
Miss Pam says, I'm new. Seed, soil,
Oh,
sunshine. I'm new.
okay.
10 says, okay, first I use different resumes tailored to the job descriptions as well
Okay.
as keywords. Second, bachelor's degree of science in music technology and a master's of arts with a concentration in studio technology.
Let me ask you something. Have you, since you have a master's, I know that some colleges do hire adjunct professors like intro to music, maybe like community colleges and things like that. If you're looking, and that's 1099 work, you can do that type of thing. A lot of community colleges will hire you with master's degrees for adjunct lower level professor positions. Um, for work from home, for what your degrees are in. What is your experience in? What type of work experience do you have? Because your degree is one that it's a specialized degree. It's music, so a lot of things you would do would have to be in the music industry, not music industry, but be tailored around music. But other than that, what experience do you have?
OG, she says, I'm new. Karen says, I'm new. 10 says, what was the third question?
Oh, what was the third question? Did I say what type of experience? What was that third question? I forgot.
Look, you want me to rewind the video?
Like
Although I cannot do
I
that.
cannot remember 10. But what experience do you have?
EJ says, I have 3 resumes, love. Keela says, I just made 60 on Prolific these past 2 hours. All right, Queen. Congratulations.
And for those of you who are new, Prolific is a survey site, but Prolific is not like a traditional survey site. And what do I mean by traditional survey site? What we talk about when we say traditional survey sites, or survey sites that are for products, maybe for stores or things that you know, go and shop for. These surveys on Prolific are for people who are getting their PhD, doing some type of medical or some type of educational research, and they need these surveys to answer for their qualitative data part of their not thesis, but part of their research. So, whatever research they're doing. So that is why that is what Prolific does. They tend to pay higher than the other survey sites. So make sure you sign up for Prolific. Carol, did you get Prolific?
I get it.
Make sure you sign up for Prolific. You will be on the waiting list, but we have had people make up to $50 a day on Prolific. It is possible. You will be on the waiting list, but once you are off the waiting list, make sure you fill out your profile in its entirety so they will know what type of surveys to send you.
Right.
And again, you must be consistent.
EJ, if you're asking about Prolific, I'm not sure, but I just dropped the link in the chat. Number 15 on the list is Prolific. Queen Mabetta says, hey, and I miss y'all so much. Welcome back, Queen. Good to see you on tonight. Ellen says, Queen Mabetta, yep, 2 goats. Hey, Sugar Bell. She says, hey, y'all, I have a funeral to attend next Saturday. I need $200 to get there and back. Any ideas of what size jobs that would pay out quickly?
I would try field agent. They do have like those, what you call them, product brand positions on the weekend. You can do what brand ambassador.
Yeah,
I would try
ambassador.
them. And
What
they
about
pay the next day. Who else, Carol?
What about the ones outside the house, like InstaWork?
Yeah, field agent.
Rabbit.
I
What's
don't
that
know when
other one?
they pay though. I know they said field agent pays the next
They pay
day.
quick.
Field agent.
I got that one. Yeah, Presto. Don't Presto pay out like in 3 days?
Yeah, 3 or 4 days. That was Presto. Was it another one?
And somebody else that paid fast.
Yeah, it is. Can't think of it.
I want to say I view it, but I might be wrong on that. I'll put the question up here, and if any of our queens know, they'll put it here in the chat. But we know Presto Shopper is another one that pays fast.
Yeah.
And my condolences to you as well, Sugar. Hey, Carlina. She says, good night, Tan and Carl and the rest of chat. I'm here watching the Rockefeller tree. Lightning event. Laugh out loud. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
When my better says laugh out loud. I know, Ellen. Hey, Tenny. Tenny says, hey, Tan, Carl, and chat.
Hey.
Cheryl, she got a testimony. She says
All
this
right.
week she got 1066 on the noise app, Outlier, $60, and she started at midnight. And I already got 60, girl.
All right.
Market for her, she got 20. Product tube, she has 55. If so, Sassy 8. The Brox panel, she got 250 points.
Okay.
Also got hired with Next Rep starting training on
All
Monday.
right, Queen. Congratulations. Congrats.
Congratulations. Go ahead, Queen.
All right, y'all.
I got Next Rep if you want to talk
Okay.
about them.
Okay. So next rep is a beginner friendly company. If you are new and you are looking for work from home positions and you don't have a lot of work from home experience, next rep is one that will hire you. They will hire you. Now they didn't hire me and Carol, but they'll probably hire you. Don't know
We
why,
not
but
get hired though.
we didn't get hired, but they will probably hire you. They are beginner friendly and they are what we call umbrella companies. They have several clients underneath their umbrella of NextRep that they hire for. I know they do Teledoc. Who else, Carol?
Oh, they got this
If,
shoe company. And they also got Vroom. Vroom is a client, and it's a
yeah.
shoe company that they got, and I can't think of the name of
Is
it.
it Nike? It's not Nike.
They don't have Nike. Other folks got them.
Yeah.
The ops got them. If that makes sense. Their competition has that one.
Yeah.
And not think of the name of that shoe company. If I think of it, I'll put it here, but I can't think of the name of it right now.
But they are umbrella company. And if you must have your own equipment. And if you have your own equipment, they usually hire pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're weekly pay. Carol, are they weekly pay?
I don't know about that.
I
I
don't know.
think
Let
they.
me not say that. Let me
I
not say
don't
that.
think
They
so,
may
Tan.
not.
They might be every 2 weeks.
Yeah. But they are a great company to get hired on if you are new. If you are new to work from home, if you have never done any type of work from home, Next Rep is a good one to start with.
And I did put the link to Next Rep in the chat. They are number 4 on the beginner friendly list. Now, as Tan said, if you are a beginner, take a look at that list. There are other companies on there. And a lot of the 1099 beginner friendly companies, they are state specific. So please check first before you kings
Mm-hmm.
and queens apply.
Yep.
Leonica says, congrats, is Charles. SJ says, the third question. Yeah, it was about the interview, Tan.
Oh, okay.
Remember, she said she was having
Uh,
issues with the
yeah.
interview.
What's going on in the interview?
Shira says, is Air Perk? I think it is a game, Queen. Hey, so Ray. She says, hello, two chicks and family.
Hey, hey.
What's going on, Queen? Ellen says, awesome, is Charles. Leonica says, hey, so right. Tien says third, as much as I prepare for the interviews, they really don't go well. Looking for something in, she's in that hard to find state, New York, New Jersey.
Okay. So I tell people all the time, no matter what type of interview it is or what type of uh, sector it is, I always use the same stories in my interview, and I just tailor them to the type of interview that it is. I think so many times with interviews we try to come up with answers off the top of our head, not being prepared. But if you keep with the same types of things that you say, you never have to think of anything new to say. The way you say it may be different, but the story itself is the same. I'll give you an example. Um, Everybody, no matter what type of job it is, they'll ask you something about how you deal with difficult people. And I'll tell the same story about this old man that I had to help at Virgin Mobile top up his phone card or phone. The same story, no matter what type of interview it is in, I tell the same story because it's familiar to me. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to remember, you know, all this stuff because that same story is ingrained because I have told it in so many interviews. I think that trips a lot of people up because you try to think of new things to say in every interview and you just have to say it in a way that it is conducive to the interview you are in, not thinking of something different every time.
Right.
And I hope that makes sense.
And I was going to say that some of the companies they use the STAR method.
Yeah.
And the STAR method is the situation, task, action, and result.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And 10, yep, those two states, they are those what we call hard to find remote
Mm-hmm.
job states. So my suggestion would be to Google the temp agencies near me and see what comes up. And then you can also try these. I'll put the company's names here in the chat. Robert Half, they tend to have a lot of remote jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I would try some of these companies
Yeah.
here. Leonica says that the Air Perks one is an app that has surveys and games. It is for Android and iPhone. Alicia
Mm.
says, what about Proxy Picks? We've heard of that one, Queen. So Rice says, hello, sis, Leonica. Seed, soil, and sunshine. Any suggestions for minimum part-time that would keep me under the Social Security cap? Just need a little extra each month for a couple of bills. Queen, if
Um,
you're
go ahead.
looking for part-time, most of the part-time ones will let you work whenever you want. Some of them may have a cap at like 10 hours minimum a week. I know VeraFast, I think theirs is like 10. They're on here. I think Live Ops is like 5. They have a minimum, I think, of 5. Next
Mm-hmm.
Rep, theirs could be anywhere from 10 to 15 a week. Some of them don't have a cap, but I would just say read their job description because some of these Tan has worked for, I have worked for, but some of them I have not, and Tan has not either. So I would
Mm-hmm.
say take a look at this beginner friendly list and go from there. But
Yeah.
just check to see if they hire in your state. Mom says, I was in a car accident. What? She said, just had a cousin die from a car accident yesterday. I'm sorry to hear that, Queen.
Oh,
My condolences to you.
yeah. Oh,
And I hope you feel better.
yeah.
Sugar says, thank you, ladies. No problem. Alicia says, hey, ladies, it's been a while for me. Been busy with the baby and pregnancy. Oh, congratulations, Alicia. And welcome back, Queen.
Yes.
Leonica says, so sorry to hear their prayers to you and your family, Queen Mo Better.
Yep.
Um, Outlier, they are not on that list, Sugar. I don't think so. Let me see. But I don't think they on here. But I do have Outlier if you want to apply for that one. They have been on a roll, seems like it, because a lot of people recently have been hired with that one. But I do have Outlier.
Mm-hmm.
one of our queens, Meeks, she works for this one. And then recently we had several other queens to be hired with Outlier. Good
Yep.
non-phone. Um, Queen Mo Better, she says, thanks, Leonica. I appreciate it. She says, you're welcome. Alicia says, and about to go and do 2 jobs. Oh, you got some jobs. Okay, Queen, to do with
Oh,
proxy pigs. Okay,
all right.
congratulations. Yeah, we have heard of that one. Hey, Lady Empress. She says, peace and blessings, ladies, and everyone in the chat.
Hey,
Hope all is well. Thank you,
hey,
Queen.
hey.
Ken says, I have worked for an audio visual company as an audio visual operator, but that job is currently on a break. Recently had 2 babies. As for experience, I worked a weekend job at a lounge checking tickets and cash.
Give me 1 second, because we had a position for audio something one time. You remember that, Carol?
Vaguely.
I do. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can go find it.
Leonica says, hey, Lady Empress. Lady Empress says, hey, Leonica. So Rice says, keep checking for bonus shops. Held over from November. Okay, I have found almost $1,000 in shops to schedule for the first week of December. All right,
Wow. Congrats.
and So Right is one of our queens that does a
Yeah.
lot of the mystery shops, and this queen, I want to say, was it 1,500? So Right. If I'm wrong, you'll let me know in the chat. How much did you bring in for the month of November? Because it's like you, Angela. I can't keep up with y'all.
Yeah.
You, Angela, Monique, Cynthia, Queen Ellen. A lot of our queens do the mystery shops, and these queens be hitting 1,000. One of the queens, I
Yes.
think she hit 2,500 in the month of
Mm-hmm.
November. Somebody else hit 2K in the month of October. So if you are looking for a remote job, keep sending the resumes, keep applying, keep looking,
Yes.
keep searching. But in the meantime, in between time, get you some side hustle eggs in the basket.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is with the side gigs and the side hustles, those you can start right away. When it comes to these
Yep.
remote jobs, everybody's looking for a remote job. Everybody wants to work from home. It's cold outside. Nobody want to go to nobody's brick and mortar job. I know I don't. So keep that in mind when you are applying to the jobs, but you still can make some type of money
Mm-hmm.
from home. Leonica says, awesome, sis. So, right? Knit and crochet, she has a testimony. She says on Just Play, she got $4.66. Test her up. She got 30 cent Pogo. She got $2.95. Free cash, she got 25.35. All right,
All right.
girl. Congratulations, Knit
All
and
right.
crochet.
Can't even find that job. No, we had it though.
And if anybody else has a testimony that they would like to share, be sure to drop it here in the chat so that we can celebrate you. Dee Dee says, hi, 2 chicks and
Hey.
family. I liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Sugar says, my condolences, Queen Mo Better. She says, thanks, ladies, and thanks, Sugar. Leonica says, congrats, Knit and Crochet. Carlina has a testimony. She says, prolific. $36.51 approved and pending 1895.
All
Outlier
right.
$61 paid for out overnight. Okay,
All
girl.
right.
Congratulations. And Queen Carlina recently got hired with Outlier. She done already made some money from
Mm-hmm.
Outlier. Somebody came under my video last night that the video I dropped on here on this channel last night. And the queen stated she just recently was hired with Outlier and already has made $1,200. So, with that being said, this is a non-phone one, everybody. Non-phone, no interview. Take a look at Outlier. Get this one in the basket. Work when you want. So for those of you looking for non-phone, no interview, work when you want, there's Outlier right there in the comment section. So y'all be sure to get that one. I don't see Meeks on here. Meeks made $1,600 in 2 weeks off of this site.
Yeah.
Meeks is not on here, but she's one of our regular queens. It comes on here when we are live. Leonica says, congrats, sis Carlina. Hey, Alice. Alice says, hello, all. Carlina says, condolences and prayers for the family. Leonica says, hey, Alice. Queen Marbetta says, thanks, Carlina. Alice says, I wanted to say I did that Ellis video shop. The video ended being 26 minutes long. Unknown how to send this to Ellis through email. She says, please help.
So what now?
She did a video and she said she needs to figure out how to send it to Ellis through the email.
What you can do is you can upload it to the Google Drive, and Google Drive, you can have Google Drive create you a link, and wherever you send the link, you have to, like the email that you send the link to, you have to allow them to view it. I hope that makes sense. Upload it to your Google Drive, create a link, allow Ellis to view the link, and then they can view the video that way.
Hey, Miss B. Miss B says good evening to everyone. Cal Howder says, well, hello, you two. Laugh out loud. Y'all are something else. I landed the mystery shopping job. I thought it was a scam until I saw all those jobs. Well, congratulations. Congratulations.
What?
Huh?
You thought it was a scam until what?
She said, until I saw all those jobs.
Oh, no, ma'am. We don't have time to do the scam thing.
Yeah, right.
We come on here every week. Ain't got time for the scam. No, ma'am.
Debbie says, very good evening to you two lovely young ladies. Hey, Queen Debbie. She says, liked and shared. So this is what Queen, y'all ready? This is what Queen So Right had to say.
All
November,
right.
she did 3,000. See, I didn't know what it was. $3,000 in the month of November. Her daughter did 1,300.
And you see some of y'all still behind that brick wall. $3,100 from mystery shopping. It's some people who don't make $3,100 a month on a regular job. Or $1,300.
Nope.
So y'all still think it's fake? You still think that we are on here telling you things that we don't know? The things that we say, people go try them out. They come back, and these are the results.
Yeah,
Carol and I both have done mystery shop in the past. I've done outside the house. Carol has done inside the house. We've done it, so we know the possibility. It is possible that you can make 3,100. We knew someone that was making $4,000 a month consistently, but this was back in like 2010, 11, maybe before that. A single dad, and he did mystery shop because he didn't have anybody to keep his children.
Yeah.
So that was his only source of income. And he made it work. He came out of a warehouse job doing mystery shop because he didn't have anybody to keep his kids. So we know it works.
So again, y'all
And
be sure to take a look at the link I just dropped in the chat.
and Miss Wright know it works too.
Because that $3,100 said, talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, that's some good
So
money.
if that is some good money. So if you're still, and this, she didn't have to have an interview. She didn't have to fill
Mm-mm.
out. She had to sign up. She didn't have to wait on anybody to call her. She did. She chose the shops that she wanted to do. She chose the days that she did them on. She chose everything about that. So for those of you who are wondering, can you make money off mystery shop? There you go.
Boom. Yep, you most definitely can.
Mm-hmm.
And I did post another link with 15 companies in the chat. So again, if you're interested in mystery shop, the information is here. It is available. If you got questions, please feel free to ask. And I forgot about Ellis. Ellis is the top one.
Mm-hmm.
I also dropped one on the channel last night. Yardi Matrix. They are hiring again for their winter season. If you have a cell phone, a tablet, a laptop, you can do Yardi Matrix. Basically, you are calling apartment shops pretending to be a renter, asking questions. Ellis is the one that you will do outside of the home where you actually have to go to the apartment and pretend to be a renter. But the good thing about Ellis, the bonus money is, oh my goodness, it's good. Good. The bonuses be higher than the shops.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We've seen bonuses
We've seen
125,
people,
paying 45, and the bonus was paying 125.
we've seen people make $200 in one shot. 200. Queen Ellen. Oh, child, from the crowd. That's a job.
And Cal Hatter says somebody be hogging those mystery shop jobs too. Y'all are great. Stephanie said definitely not going outside with 5 inches of snow. Laugh out loud. Don't send it here, Queen. Deonica said congrats, so right. So right says congrats, knit and crochet. Young said, oh wow, Stephanie. Stephanie says
Mm-hmm.
I am over working on free cash right now. All right, Queen. Let me go find free cash. Free Cash is a gaming app. And Queen Stephanie, let me know, Queen, because I don't forget. How much did you make out Free Cash? Tan, do you remember what she made?
1,500.
Okay. $1,500 kings and queens out of Free Cash. So y'all be sure this is another good egg to get in the basket. It's a gaming app. Y'all be sure to check this one out. I'm gonna drop the link here in a second. Okay. So this is Free Cash. You so funny, Queen Mo Better. So right, she says, "Thank you, Leonica." Queen Mo Better said, "And if anyone had 1,300 or 3,100 to spare, I would take it." I would take it, Queen. She
Right.
said, "Laugh out loud." Carlina says, "Thanks to all." Leonica said, "You're so welcome." So right. Uh, Miss Rev says, Conduit asked if I have worked for the government, whether it be state, federal, or local. I said yes. Then I get a message saying that I'm not a good fit. The position is for Medicaid.
Say that again.
She said Conduit asked her if she worked for the government. And she responded with yes. And then they sent her a message back saying that she is not a good fit.
Yeah, it was probably affiliated with some type of government entity.
Yep. And she said a position is for Medicaid.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
happen. Some trying to think of a politically correct way to say it. Usually, if they come back with questions, negative.
You said it well.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I don't.
Always.
Queen Sandra, she has a testimony about Shift Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Hey chicks, I made $450 with Shift Smart.
All
Did
right,
the audit
Queen.
inspection. Oh, you did the audit inspection at
Oh
Walmart.
yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, Queen.
Congratulations. We heard about the
Yeah.
inspection at Walmart last year. One of our queens was doing
Mm-hmm.
inspection. Wow. That's a lot
Wow.
of money, Queen. Congrats. Leonica says, congrats, Sandra. Stephanie says, Carl, you posted about Yardi Matrix is hiring again. She says, can you go into a brief detail on a resume? I don't think it matters with that one, Stephanie.
Mm-mm.
Customer service, it don't matter with that one. I don't really think they looking at the resumes like
No.
that. I think they just, have to have a resume on file for each person. So whatever you have on the resume, Queen, you'll be okay with that one. Because that one is actually going to a person.
Yeah.
My Wilkinson, she says, hey, Tana, Carl Lackton shared is
Hey.
Outlier a coding job where you need to know JavaScript.
Oh, I need that. I know JavaScript.
It's not a coding job, Queen. That's the one where you are training the AI bots, but I don't know if you need to know the JavaScript or not. That I don't know. I do have a link for them if you want to check them out. Wait a minute. And if one of our queens here that is doing Outlier, do you need to know JavaScript?
Oh, I thought you said you need to know JavaScript.
Stephanie says, or can you guys post a resume video? Tan did. Hey, Angela. She says, good evening, everyone.
Hold on, let me see.
Angela is another queen, everybody, that makes a lot of money off of side gigs and side hustles. Queen Angela, if you don't mind sharing how much you made in the month of, I think in the month of October, you made over $2,000. But if you want to share November, please and thank you. Alice says, okay, thanks, Tanika. I will try that once I get off work. And she says, congratulations to everyone. Let us know, Alice, if you still need help.
Mm-hmm.
The link to what, Stephanie? Carlina says, Sandra, nice. So right says Ellis should have a link for you to upload the video in the shopper story instructions. Thank you, so right.
Thank you, so right.
Queen Alice, that one is for you.
Oh, okay.
Cal Hatter says, yes, the potential of 3100 with Ellis is high. Queen Marbetter says, mystery shopping for who? Miss Rev says, congrats, so right. Queen Marbetter says, was that from Ellis? I think so right does quite a few of the mystery
Yeah.
shoppers. Okay. Queen Elza says RWS and Outlier is hot as you have mentioned. WFH contacted me yesterday and I'm live on a project.
All right, Queen. Look at that.
Go ahead, Queen Angela. Got another egg in the basket.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations. So Outlier is hot right now, everybody.
I'm going to look
It's
at
back
my
hot
email.
again. Somebody was in my comments yesterday. The queen said she made $1,200. Meeks
Mm-hmm.
Adorable has pulled in $1,600 in a couple of weeks. Had another queen to make $60 yesterday, and she just got hired. So if
Yeah.
you are interested in this one, y'all be sure to get the egg in the basket.
Yeah.
And it is a non-phone one. Non-phone, no interview. Where you are training the AI bots. Queen My Better, Leonica says, congrats, Angela. So Rice says, Miss Ref, thank you. Queen My Better says, congrats to all of you out here getting that money.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Angela says, thank you, Leonica, and congrats on all the wins. And Leonica says, you're welcome, Angela. Cal Hyder says, Ellis has both scenarios. They do have the phone. Some people will get the phone shops with Ellis, but everybody won't get the phone shops. So, yep, they do have both scenarios. Queen Sunrise says, she says, Queen Ma Better, I did a combo of apartments, grocery stores, gas stations, and restaurants.
Wow.
Stephanie says she is just over 1,400 on free cash. All right, Queen.
Wow.
Congratulations, Stephanie. Congrats. So Queen Stephanie, she is playing games on this one, free cash. Another egg for you guys to get in the basket. Queen My Better says, oh, okay, and thanks. So right. Hey Lisa. Lisa says good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, okay. Shira says, yes, Kara, that's what I was going to say. She says the star method. They weren't using the star method back then when we was interviewing.
Mm-hmm.
They started using the star method about 2-3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Young says, congrats, Stephanie. Hey, Teresa. Teresa says, hey, two chicks and family. So Right says, you're welcome, Queen Mo Better. Sandra says, thank you, Leonica. She says, you're welcome. Cal Hyder says, Ellis has the telephone virtual only and telephone on site.
It depends on what area you in.
Yeah. Knit and Crochet says, good evening, Lisa. Leonica says, hey, Teresa. Um, Miss Rev says, I work for DCF, so wouldn't that be a good fit?
Um, well, if you work for government entities and they have a government entity, they probably do a conflict.
Conflict of interest, yeah. They'll look at it as if it's like a
Mhm.
conflict of interest, Queen. Not saying that you don't have like the experience or you're not qualified, but it's like the same job but under two different umbrellas, if that makes sense. So I used to work for Live Ops and I used to work for Alorica. You guys know it as Alorica, but it was West at Home for me. But they had the same project, but it was like the project was over here, they had the contract, and the project was over here, they had the contract. So sometimes they don't like that conflict of interest. And the two companies that right now that I know of that's like that, We Localize is like that. They have the search quality rater. Other companies tell us, RWS Group, sometimes they'll
Mhm.
have the search quality rater. But if you go on We Localize's site, they specifically say you cannot have worked for any other search quality rater position if you are applying with them. So sometimes it be the same contract, but the companies that's like their rival, like this is my enemy, my op or whatever. So it's like, nope. Mm-mm. So if that
Mhm.
makes sense, Queen, that's probably the reason why. Queen Sonia, I mean, she said, Sandra, that's great. She says, congrats. Angela says, no, you don't need to know JavaScript for Outlier. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Queen Sherry. She says, hello, beautiful queens. Happy holidays. Thank you, Queen, and
Right.
happy holiday to you as well. Teresa says, hey, Leonica, hope all is good your way. Leonica says, I'm doing all right, staying warm and working on this game. How are you, Teresa? So this is what Queen Angela said, what her earnings were with the side gigs and the side hustles, mystery shop, task-based sites.
Wow.
October, she earned 2,200. November, she earned 1,768. All right,
Wow. Congratulations, Queen.
girl. Congratulations.
Again, there's people who are not earning that on regular jobs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And these are all from side gigs and side hustles, working whenever she wanted to work.
Yeah.
So again, don't sleep on the side gigs and the side hustles. If you work them, they will work for you. We have plenty of queens here. That's what they do. They just do side gigs and side hustles. A lot of the
Mhm.
queens don't have remote jobs. Couldn't find a job. Applied and applied and applied and applied. And so finally they said, you know what? Forget it. Let me
Right.
just do a side gig and a side hustle. Autism Mommy, she has 50 plus side gigs and side hustles. We have another Queen, Helen. This queen is 65 years old. She has 50 plus side gigs and side
Wow.
hustles. We got another Queen, Helen. She has around 50 side gigs and side hustles. So, again, everybody, if you are waiting to hear back from these companies, keep sending your resumes, keep applying. If you have to have a work from home job, full time, part time, keep going with that. But in the meantime, grab you an outlier, grab you a gig spot, grab you a just play, a best play, a misplay. There are so many different companies out here that you guys can still bring in some type of income.
Hmm. And we have so many. If you are a type of person that likes to play games, check out Free Cash. So check out, like Carol said, misplay, just play. Um, check out. We have a new one, Branded Games. Check out this one. They reached out to us. They have games and surveys on this site. So check out that one.
I'm gonna put this one here in Click Worker. Click Worker. Lately,
Mm,
people have been making money from this one. This is one of those task-based sites. You may find a data entry task. You may find some surveys. You may even find some mystery shops on this site.
mm-hmm.
And again, with the side gigs and the side hustles, you won't have to have experience. Some of them, um, a few of them may require a resume, just depending on who it is. Like Yardi Matrix, I know they require a resume. That is a good one. Outlier, I think they might require a resume, but you don't have to do an interview. Yardi Matrix, you don't need experience, no interview for that one. The gaming apps, no interview, no experience, no resume. Mystery shop, same thing. And a lot of them you can start right away.
Yeah. And we
Yeah.
have a new one that reached out today called Clink. They are a site where you can earn money. Um, you can earn cash rewards by completing simple tasks and engaging in social quests. So check that one out. Those are two new ones that we had that they reached out to us. So check those out.
Leonica, she says, "Hey sis, Sherry, and congrats, Angela." Teresa says, "Feeling a little under the weather." Leonica, she says, "What game you working on?" Oh, Teresa, I hope you feel better,
Yeah.
Queen. Just Brittany says, "With the Ellis telephone mystery shop, does the background have to be quiet?" I don't know about with them. Do you know, Tan?
What's that? Say it again. I'm sorry.
Ellis telephone mystery shop, does the background have to be quiet?
I never did a telephone shop with Ellis. I'm sure that it doesn't have to be because with that they want you to probably be as realistic as possible. So I don't think you will have to have a quiet background. And I'm just going off my experience with Yardi Matrix.
Yeah. I was just about to say, check the
Mhm.
video, Just Brittany, from last night. Yardi Matrix, that one, they are okay with background noise. And that one, they are getting ready to start January the 6th. So I'm going to drop it here in the chat if anybody here is interested in Yardi Matrix. This is a good side hustle egg to get in the basket.
Mhm.
You are just making phone calls pretending to be a renter.
Yep.
Carlina says she is aiming for the $300 to $800 a week. All right, Queenie,
Okay.
I'm sure you're gonna get it.
Okay.
Vanessa, she says, can you put the link? Vera Fast, they are number one, Queen, on this list. So if anyone else here is interested in Vera Fast, take a look at this beginner friendly list. Number one is Vera Fast. Just Brittany says, how long does it take to get hired through Outlier? I
I'm not
don't know,
sure.
just Brittany. Not sure with that one. I'll put it here. Several people recently have been hired with them, so
Mhm.
it may vary, from person to
Yeah.
person.
And it probably depends on the project too.
Queen Alice says, so right. Congratulations, Queen. I've tried the two links already, and I've tried to send to one of my emails. I'm going to keep trying. I believe I have a few more days.
And I would say reach out to the scheduler. Reach
Mm-hmm.
out. Reach out to someone at Ellis. Don't try to keep figuring it out on your own. Reach out to them. They are there to help you. Again, if you finish and get paid, they get paid. So it behooves them to help you.
We got a testimony coming from Queen Vanessa. She says, I would like to say thank you for putting me on the Phoenix Company last time. She says, I have made 4 sales. All right, Queen. Congratulations.
That's what, $80?
Uh-huh. You got the link for Phoenix Tan.
I'm getting in there.
Okay. Queen Sherry, she says, hey, sis Leonica. Tan is going to put the link in the chat for the company Phoenix. This queen here, Queen Vanessa, she has already been paid from them. This one is a commission-based company, but you can work whenever you want to.
Yeah, you're in too. Yeah, I'm about to say.
So it's a good one.
Yeah,
Sherry says, yeah, free cash has a lot of new games. Oh, okay. Cool. Angela says, I'm working on Outlier now. There is an extra $21 bonus with 6 hours per day. All right, Queen. Get the $21 bonus, girl. Go ahead. Leonica says, congrats, Vanessa. Leonica says, hey, sis, Sherry. So right says, I've been playing games mostly on Fetch, but I need to get back to free cash and inbox. It's getting cold outside. Yes. Miss Rev says, thank you. She says, for clarifying. She says, okay, I get it now. Yeah, they just don't like that competition, Queen. I will reapply and say no. You can always reapply and say no. Take it off the resume. Different email, Queen. Reapply. Nope. No.
I don't know about that.
Cal Howder says Ellis recommends a quiet background. Okay. Queen my better say, plus they probably thinking you trying to spy on them. Yeah. Sandra says, thanks, so right, and thanks to everyone. No problem, Queen. Cal Hyder says, right, can't mix the two government entities sometimes. Hey, Jackie. Jackie says, hey, chicks and fam. Leonica says, hey, sis. And she says, hey, Leonica. Oh, okay, no problem, Leonica. She says, thanks, Cara, downloading Clink now.
Oh, thank you.
Queen Mo Better, she says, don't forget to comment, like, and share. If you are new, hit the like button. Now she said hit that notification button. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you.
Yep, sugar, I can. Hang on 1 second.
What you looking for, Carol?
She wanted the links to Field Agent and Prolific. I got Prolific.
Let me see if I can find Field Agent.
I got it. It's a I got it, child. So that one is Prolific. Number 15 on the list is Prolific. Now let me find Field Agent. Yep, got it. And here is Field Agent. Sandra says, Outlier told me that my ID is invalid. It's not. How do I get around this obstacle?
Your government ID? Is that what you're saying?
Yep. She said her ID, they saying it's invalid.
Not sure how you get around that one. Well, I guess I'm trying to figure out what they say is invalid about your ID. Is your ID expired?
Alice says also, yes, I've sent them emails. I've gotten the same email over and over about the links. Also, I still can't share the live. So you can just take the link, Alice, from, and I can just put it in here, Queen, from the videos. Just take the actual link at the top in the browser. You may have to share it that way. YouTube is changing, so I don't know what they doing, but they are changing. Every day they coming out with something new. Seem like.
Yeah.
Time I turn around, we getting an email from them saying, "Hey, we got this," and "Hey, we got that." I can't keep up, but that's the link right there to this live stream. I can see the share button, but they have a new thing now that they call hype up the video. I don't know how to do that, but I know somebody here mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that you can hype up the videos now.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. My computer was acting crazy.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Hey Momo, she says hello everyone, liked and shared. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sandra says yes, my driver's license. She says no, they're not expired. Debbie says yes, Carl, I have been hyping up your Two Chicks videos quite a lot. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. Somebody else had that problem. Remember, Tam, but I don't remember what they did. Somebody else had the same problem with that ID situation. But I can't.
Oh, because you have to do it on the they little thing. They little,
But it's like a face thing or something.
yeah, then you have to, and they have to take a picture of it. Can you?
Oh.
They put it on a white background. That was it.
Okay.
It was something about they put it on a white background, or they put it on some type of. I think it was a white background. I think it was. Don't quote me on it, but I'm like 90% sure that's what it was. Was it that one, Carol? I want to say it's that one. They put it on the. They had to put it on a white background.
It might have been. I can't really remember what exactly
I think
happened.
that was the solution.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. They had to sit it or on a light background. If it wasn't white, it was light. But I can't.
You can't remember.
No, I can't thoroughly remember. It was either one of those, white or light.
I sure can't remember. But I do remember a couple of people were having that same issue about the ID.
Yeah, somebody
I can't
came and said they did it on their background. It was light or white.
Okay.
But I can't remember which one it was.
Janelle, she says, is this a live video or is this a replay? We are live, Queen. Alice says, okay, thanks. Yes, I hype up the videos all the time. I also want to share them. Thank you, Queen Alice. Appreciate that, Queen.
Yeah. So, yeah. You have to do it on a light background. I think that was what the Queens did.
Okay. And if anybody else here has any good news that they want to share, y'all be sure to drop it here in the chat so that we can celebrate you. We've had several testimonies on this live stream tonight. Some good testimonies too.
Yep. And again, don't be, if you are looking for a work from home job and you cannot find one, grab you some of these side gigs and side hustles. You see the kings and queens that are in the chat are making money off these side gigs and side hustles. So don't, if you are looking for that work from home job and you cannot find it and you need some type of income, grab you some of these side gigs and side hustles. They will take care of you in the meantime, in between time. You don't have to have an interview for most of them. You don't have to wait for it to fill out an application or anything like that. You sign up, and with most of them, the next day you'll be working. So you don't have to go through all of that with trying to get a work from home job. You basically just do the task.
Yep, and here are some more side hustles. These are those like field inspection ones. Y'all be sure to take a look at that list. Queen Momo says she cashed out 10 on Prolific, 10 on Inbox, and 4 on the Earning app. All right, congratulations. Sugar says thank you. No problem, Queen. Queen Sherry says I've been doing the hype. Also, it's easy. Just tap it. Oh, okay. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Sarah says, Sandra, is there a way to contact Outlier's help desk?
That's a good solution.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. Dee says, Carl, do you remember the video that someone gave tips for prime opinion? Unfortunately, Dee, I do not, Queen. Was it a live stream? I'm pretty sure it was.
I don't know.
I don't know. I sure don't know. But if anybody here, they could be on here, Queen. So if anyone here has any tips about prime opinion, please drop it here in the chat for Queen Dee. Leonica says, congrats, Momo. And if anybody else has any good news or any questions about anything, if you are new here and you are just coming into the live stream, let us know in the chat so that we can point you in the right direction. Right.
And if you have been bid before and you have had trouble getting started, let us know what you're getting hung up on so we can help you try to move forward.
Yes.
We are here to help. If we don't have an answer, somebody in the chat will.
Yeah. And if you missed my video that I dropped on the channel last night, Yardi Matrix, they are hiring again for their winter season. This is another good side hustle egg that everybody here should get in the basket. This is an easy one, and all you guys have to do is just send their recruiter your resume. Does not matter what the resume has on it. I don't really think that they pay attention to that. But you will have to take their assessment. They'll email you back the instructions about the assessment. I'm not sure exactly how they do it now, but Tan and myself, we used to work for this company, but it was called something else at the time. It was not called Yardi Matrix, but same thing though. They just changed the name. Somebody bought them out.
Yep.
But it's still the same concept, I think.
Do the same thing.
Yeah. Hey, Love Dan. Love Dan says, hi, everyone. Queen Sherry says, the Benjamin is back pain out. Okay. I remember y'all said they had went down for a bit. So let me go find Benjamin. I think I got them right here. Let me see. So the Benjamin app, Kings and Queens, this is another gaming app. One of our queens here, Leonica, told us about months ago, and people have been making money off of this one. They recently, I think, went down to fix some stuff, but they are now back up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably tried to, do a comeback, make it better than what it was. That's what I be thinking. Be like, when y'all come back, just make it better. So
Mm-hmm.
they are number 40 on this list.
Yeah.
Olive says is Outlier hiring in NYC. I think they are, Queen.
Yeah.
I don't think they have. I think they are more so country specific. Like they said United States, so I'm just guessing everywhere in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say like United States and then, like California, New York, New Jersey. It just said US and then some other countries. Didi says, yes, it was on the live video. I couldn't find it when I went back and searched for it. I do not remember, Queen. I surely don't. Love Dan says, I got in the chat and came in on the Outlier ID problem. I typed the problem in Chat GPT and it has a lot of solutions, too many to put in this chat box. So maybe that Queen can try that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sandra says, I'll try tomorrow. She says, thank you. Didi says, I can't find the surveys on Just Play. I hadn't seen any surveys, Didi, on mine. I hadn't looked, but the last time I looked, I didn't see any. And one of the queens stated she had them on hers. So I'll look
Maybe
right.
it's just certain profiles.
It could be. Let me see. I'm gonna look on mine to see if I can see any. Hang on. I don't see them on mine. I'm looking. They got so much stuff on here, child. I don't see the surveys on mine either, Queen. So maybe it's certain people have them because I don't even think everybody has the same games either. From what I've seen, some people have certain games and some people won't have certain games, but I do not see surveys on mine either. They got a lot of other stuff on here, but I don't see any surveys. So it could, like Tan said, it could be for certain people, certain profiles. Jackie, she has a testimony. She says, this week I got 5 from Ipsos, say 6 on the Mode Earn app, life points, 5.75, 25 clicks, $1.75. And Just Play, girl, you got $26.
All right, Queen.
Congratulations. Awesome.
It is good.
And I thought I put Just Play in here, but I don't think I did. I get it though. So if anybody wants to play games on the Just Play app, Best Play is another good one. They are just like Just Play. These pay out to PayPal every 3 hours. Android device.
Mm-hmm. Only.
Uh, Kate, hey, she says, what's clicks? Sarah says, according to Outlier's website, they have jobs in many countries.
Yeah, they
Monica
do.
says, hey, Kate. Sandra says, okay, thanks, love. Dan, YG. Jackie says, thanks, Deonica. Just Brittany says, has anyone made any calls on the Neon app? On my end, the app is still on pause. It's still paused, Queen. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't made any since like November, I think, or the end of October. They paused it. Leonica says, you're welcome, Jackie. Alice says, oh, while doing Outlier, are we able to ask the questions to AI or chat GPT?
Um,
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
I'll put it up, Queen, and see if somebody else can answer. Leonica says, Neon app is not back up yet, just Brittany. They need to come on. Hopefully, when they come back, it's better. Jackie says, Kate, 25 clicks. It's a task based app. Deonica says, I haven't done it 25 clicks in so long. Jackie says, thanks to Chick. You're welcome, Queen. Alice says, they sent me an email about the sweepstakes. I tried applying, but they said not in my state. Then they sent emails of the winners and the amount won. Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, Alice, I'm sorry, Queen. Don't you just hate that when they do that? Like, tell
Mhm.
me that before I try to enter.
Right.
Carlina says Outlier is mainly annotation. Okay. Uh-oh, King Earl done popped on.
What's going on,
Said, peace,
Earl?
fam. Working on Outlier. He done made $45 with them so far. All
All
right,
right,
Earl.
Earl.
Congratulations, King. So Earl recently was hired with Outlier, and now he
Mhm.
has 17 eggs in the basket.
Wow.
And this is a king, everybody. So to the queens, King Earl has 17. And his
Hmm.
tip to everybody was you at least need to get 12 eggs in your
Right.
basket. Alice says, thanks. We'll try and apply again. Jackie says, yeah, Leonica, I've been with them since 2016. They recently got in the Google Play Store a few months ago. Carlina says, congrats. Go ahead, Earl. So again, everybody that was looking to do Outlier, this is a great egg to get in the bag. Outlier is paying some real money, y'all. Somebody was in my comments yesterday. The queen said she cashed out 1,200
Wow.
on Outlier. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
$1,200. Weeks cashed out 16. 2 weeks, she was getting 800 a week. Who knows where she at this for this week? But the last couple of weeks, 800 plus. Last week and week before last. So
Mm.
Outlier, they cranking. They done crunk back up because people before they kind of fizzled a little bit.
Yeah.
We had a lot of testimonies in the Facebook group. One of the queens was hitting like 3K a week. She was showing us her payment proof. Somebody else was making, I want to say, between like 9 and 1,000 a week off
Hmm.
of Outlier. We had a lot of people making real good money from this one. So don't miss the boat this time. If you didn't get it the last time, you might want to jump on the boat this time.
Mm-mm.
So Ray
No.
says I will be checking out Outlier immediately. I don't blame you, Queen. Go ahead. There go the link right there in the chat. Carlene
Mm-mm.
said, yes, they have a bonus daily of 1K. They do a raffle, and by end of week, 20K, one person will win. Wow. Lisa says, Outlier looks like it's all tech, meaning you have to have a tech background.
Mm.
I don't think so, Queen. Sheila says, is Outlier beginner friendly? Reading, it seems like it might be difficult.
Mm. It depends on what your experience is. Is it beginner friendly as far as work from home? Um, I would say it's. I would say I don't think you can describe it as beginner friendly or having experience because it's training AI and AI is new. So I feel like if you can read and follow instructions, you can do it.
Jackie says, woo woo, girl. Yannicka says, I've been with them when they first came out. She says, I always use the website, didn't know they had an app, a jockey. Sarah says, last I heard, Outlier does not require a tech background for all of their jobs. At least a jockey says, yeah, Leonica. She says, one day that I was on their website, they told me to download their app. Carlina, she says, yes, I remember the Facebook person was making 800 plus a week. Yeah. She says, yes, like 10 people won the 1,000. Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
And Lisa says, Sarah, she says, thank you. Yeah, just try it out, Lisa. Don't hurt to try, Queen. Never know. You never know. You may get it. And it may not be as hard as you think. I know sometimes those descriptions, it's like you read them and it's like, they'll just deter you from wanting to even
Yeah.
attempt to sign up or apply. So I get that. But sometimes, child, you just have to like, yeah, okay, and just apply and just see what happens. Let me just go for it and
Mhm.
just see. Yep. But yeah, they are paying some good money. So I would say if you want to try out Outlier, go ahead and give it a go. They are paying some good money. Carlina says, agreed. I just stick to what I know. Laugh out loud. Lisa says, I'm on it. I'll go back and apply. All right, Queen, keep us posted. Earl is doing it. He's an older gentleman. He's doing Outlier.
Mhm.
Leonica says, I'm going to have to check out the app, Jockey. Yep, Earl is doing it. So try it out and see, Queen. You never know. We've had several to get hired with Outlier
Mhm.
recently. I would say maybe 3-4 days ago. Carlina, she was one of the queens that recently got hired. Sherry, I think it has to be done from your computer. Sherry was asking, can Outlier be done on the phone or just computer? A jockey says, oh yes, sis. She says, easy money. And we like easy. So Carlina was hired with Outlier on the 26th of November. So she just got started. Earl, he recently, I think, was hired also. So they're hiring. They are hiring. So if you want a non-phone side hustle, take a look at Outlier.
Mhm.
And Meeks has been with Outlier 3 years this month. I think it's 3 years, Sam, or is it 2?
Ooh, about 3.
3? That's what I thought. She been with Outlier 3 years this month. So Outlier is a good one, y'all. And of course, they have their ups and downs, which most of the side hustle companies do. Sometimes they'll have a lot of work. It may slow down. So we do suggest getting more than one egg in the basket. Because if Outlier slows down and that is your main egg, your only egg, you are in trouble. So get you several eggs in the basket. So if they go down, you have something else to back you up. Because at one point, their projects, it did tank, it did go down. So just to be on the safe side, get you some more eggs in the basket, some other eggs in the basket outside of Outlier. Leona says, computer Sherry. She says, yes, about to look now, Sister Jockey. T says, congrats to everyone who's been hired and making money, honey. Carlina says she is working now. It sure says Outliers done on the computer. I am tasking while watching this live. So we got several people here working on Outlier right now. Elza says, I posted the email address for Outlier support in the chat. We didn't see it, Queen. Sometimes YouTube, they'll block the emails. Carlina says, yes, more than one egg. I applied for RWS also. Okay, Queen. Live, Love, and Laugh says, exactly. It's good and bad with any job. Yep. So y'all keep that in mind, even if it is a permanent full-time job. Any given time, we've seen those disappear as well. So at any given time, any job for that matter can go down. Any side hustle can go down. So we do suggest getting several in your basket. Prolific is a prime example. Prolific is a great survey site, but when the students go out for the holidays, the fall break, the winter break, whatever break, summer break, spring break, it's gonna go down. The surveys will be less and less and less and less. So if you were making 200, 300, 400 a month, you may not make that one of those months, or you may not make that for a couple of months. It may go down to where you went from 300, 400 to $75.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. Again, get you several eggs in the basket. So if you are doing prolific is going to go down. I'm telling you right now, the surveys will become less and less and less. It's Christmas time. The students will go home for holiday break, and they may not come back until the end of January. So again, kings and queens, if you only have prolific, time to get you some more eggs, because again, it's going to go down. It sure says I have Outlier, RWS, and CrowdGen. Outlier is popping for me right now. I am going to try data annotations next. All right, Queen. Congratulations on your eggs. Data annotations is also a good one. And I think we got that one. It sure is on the list tonight. Data annotations. One of our queens, Queen Helen, she works for them. She's been there, I think, around the same time Meeks got hired at Outlier. She was hired at Data Annotations. So I think she's been at Data Annotations for 3 years now. And she can bring in, I want to say with that one, if she works that one, she has other side hustles. She was on one of our lives, and she said if she really works data annotation, she can bring in like $4,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another good one. So that one is on the list for the companies tonight. Jockey says, oh, you're welcome, Leonica. Leonica said, you just reminded me I have an email from CrowdGen about a project. Okay.
All right.
Well, that's good, Queen.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And Earl, he was doing crowd gen. Earl has made some good money off of crowd gen.
I think so. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Recently. I can't remember what he made, but I know he made some good money off of that one. Keela says, so true. This is the first time I witnessed prolific consistently with 54 surveys all day. Wow. That's good, Queen. Leonica says, thanks, Kara, for the Clink app. I see people are making 100 to 300. What? Wow. Yep, they
Mm-hmm.
reached out to us.
Yeah.
That's good, Leonica. And if anybody missed this list of side hustles that was dropped in here earlier, I am going to repost it now. So just kind of go through the list, sign up, research each one. If you run into a brick wall, we always do these live streams, and the queens and the kings always are here. So you can always come back. If you run into a stumbling block, if you have questions and maybe you didn't get a chance to ask on tonight, we will do another live on Sunday, Lord's willing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are a beginner and you are looking for beginner-friendly companies, I do have a list of 30. Some of them don't require interviews. Some of the companies don't, like Omni, Live Ops. They don't require interviews. Live Exchange, Working Solutions. I don't think Colony Brands, I don't think they require an interview either. But VeraFast, depending on the project, may or may not have to do an interview. If you tell the companies, most of the beginner-friendly companies know who we are. So if they ask, where did you get this information from? You can just say, hey, I was on the live stream. 2 chicks was talking about y'all. Most of them gonna say, oh yeah, we know who they are. Alorica, I think you have to do an interview with them. Omni, you do not. And most of them are pretty flexible. So if you need their flexibility, most of these here are pretty flexible. Cambly is on here. Tan and myself, we both have contracts with this one.
Yeah.
We still have our contracts with Cambly, and we have been working for Cambly. We both got hired in 2019. So 2019 to now, we are still with that company. Now, Cambly, you don't need anything for them. You don't need a resume. You don't have to have an interview. You don't need experience. You don't need a degree. This one is the one where you are tutoring / teaching adults and children. If you want to teach on the kid side, but you don't have to, but adults and children how to speak English. Basically, the kid side, a little bit different because you really are a teacher, I feel like, over there, because you're teaching ABC 1, 2, 3, color, shapes, numbers, stuff like that. But the adult side, no. The adult side is more like having a conversation with somebody. Yeah, I thought about getting on Cambly the other night.
Really?
Yep, I was sitting over here, I wasn't doing nothing. I should log in to Cambly just to see if I'm gonna get somebody. I thought about it. I did. I should log on in. And Cambly is a good one. When I first started with Cambly, I think my first week with them, I think I made like $400 in a week off of Cambly. But as time went on, I started, getting more students and making more money. So Cambly is a great one. Um, who is on her? Broad Path. They're on here. Broad Path is a quick hire company, number 25.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else is quick hire. Williams Sonoma, 28. They are a quick hire company. Direct Interactions, 19. Teledirect, 14. That one is a quick hire in Colony Brands. Oh, quick hire. I did, Queen. It's here in the chat now. Just Brittany says, can you work for CrowdGen and Outlier at the same time? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Drea. Drea says, hey, everyone. Ishra says, I started watching you guys a little over 2 months ago, and I have 17. All right, girl. She said she has 17 side hustle eggs, and she says, thank you all for sharing the gems. All right, Queen.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And she has already started making money, everybody.
2 months, 17 eggs.
Can't beat that. Earl said, I still got CrowdGen made over 30 from talking 30 from another project, working on other projects with them as well. Seems like Project Tube has not been sending me any tasks in the past 2 days. Congrats, Earl, with CrowdGen. Congrats. Ain't no telling what's going on, Earl, with that.
Yeah.
I can't really say.
Make some changes to your profile.
Or it could be the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they slow down. Sometimes they'll slow down. Holidays come. They try to, give people breaks and stuff. And then they'll pick back up after. So it could be the holiday. Leonica says, hey, Drea. Carlina says, I'm trying to apply with them, but need to finish my application. Drea says, hey, Leonica. Anthony is on the list. Look on the list that I just put in the chat. And Cambly is number 18. Drew says, someone put in one of the comment boxes, are you guys adding legit info? I cleared it. She says, I cleared it for you. Facts. Well, thank you. Thank you, Drea. I think I saw your comment, Queen. I do remember the ladies' comment about has anybody been hired from the companies? Are the companies legit? And yeah, y'all kind of went in. Not in a bad way, though. It wasn't in a bad way where somebody was like attacking the person, but
I get people are trying to figure out if the things that we talk about are legit. And one thing I have to say, there's so many scams out there that is the reason why we do this. That is the reason why we do this free of charge. We're not selling any ebooks. We're not selling, well, we do have an ebook. We don't even push it, but we're not trying to sell you.
It ain't that kind of ebook, though.
Yeah. Not trying to sell you any jobs. We're not trying to, we come on here, give of our time to tell you true information, because the information we wish somebody would have given us. We started doing this type of thing in 2006 when there was nobody giving any information. We had to, and Teresa, if she's still on here, she can vouch. We had to basically pull at threads, and sometimes those threads led to dead ends or people telling us fake information. But we took that and we kept going and kept going and kept going, and we're just basically giving you guys what we wish we would have had.
Right.
Because it makes it so much easier when you have a group of like-minded people walking through something together with somebody. And even though you may not know the people in the chat personally, it helps when you have someone to walk through it with. Carol and I had each other, and we were able to bounce ideas off each other, being able to you know, just figure out, is this legit? Is this not legit? How can we tell? What can we do? How can we do? So, that's why we do this. And we always tell you guys, do your own research. Do your own research. And we tell you that is because those are skills that you can have. Doing your research, that's skills that you can basically put on your resume. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Research skills. Yep. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So Ray says, it's Charles, congratulations. Jackie says, you go, it's Charles. Anthony family says, thank you. No problem. Jackie says, oh, you're welcome. So Ray says, I always do a little research and check the reviews for any company, 1099 or W-2. Amen.
But a lot of people don't.
Anthony Pam said, I found it. Thank you. You welcome. I'm laughing at Mama. Mama said, why spend the time to ask if you are legit? Just Google the companies yourself. I'm not going to do that. Because it's easier to not do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to go over there to Google. I'm just going. And then, okay, I think my thing is with it, would a scammer tell you that they not legit? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is gonna actually tell you, yeah, I'm a scammer? Nobody's gonna say that. Everybody gonna say, yes, it's legit.
Mm-hmm. But the thing with this is what I say. We have not asked anybody for anything. You can go back and look at our track record. We've never asked for $1, a dime, a penny, anything. All we've asked for you to do is research yourself and like and share.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Annie says, thank you. You're welcome, Queen. It sure says, thanks, everyone. Keela says, what is your ebook info? Girl, we ain't posted it in so long.
I have to find it.
I don't even know. Taylor have to find it.
Yeah.
Hey, Queen Toya. She says, happy Wednesday, Two Chicks fam. Momo says, I always verify things change. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Debbie says, yes, Carolyn Tan, there is so much scammers out there that one have to be so very careful. You both are so good at what you do to make us all feel safe, secure, and comfortable by giving us details. She says, thank you both for what you do. Thank you, Queen. We appreciate that, Debbie. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Terry says, do you only get one chance at applying at Outlier? I think someone mentioned that last week. Yeah, she meant a Queen. I know what you're saying, Terry. Meeks did mention on the assessment. Mm-hmm. You get one chance to pass their assessment. Yes, she did say that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She did mention that. So she was just saying, like, be very mindful and careful with your answers if you do decide to apply for Outlier. But if you can get in, Queen, that is a great one to have in the basket. Meeks made, again, $800+ last week and $800+ the week before.
Yeah.
And today is Wednesday, so ain't no telling how much she's made already for this week. She'll be probably on here Sunday. She probably working, knowing Meeks. Meeks probably working right now. Because she normally comes on and she'll say, I'm working. Bye, Earl. Have a good night, King. Drea says, does anyone do spout? I think Leonica Drea was doing spout. I don't know if anybody else here was doing that one or not. But I know Leonica, she was doing that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
You ready, Carol?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Lord, I lost it.
You lost it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sad I lost it. All right, y'all. So I am going to um, do the 15 remote jobs. Carol put the link in the chat. The first one is a AI data specialist for RWS, and this is part-time. You work 10 hours. Um, this is $18 an hour. You'll do data collection, evaluation, and annotation, pairwise comparisons, counting tasks, and object tagging and labeling across different content types. That includes audio, video, images, and collected data. You need a flexible schedule, uh, opportunity to earn extra income. You'll have timely payments, and this is ideal for students, part-time, and stay-at-home parents. So check that out for RWS. Number 2 is with RWS, and it's a search engine evaluator, English for Canada. And you must be inquisitive by nature, have an excellent online search skill, enjoys working in a fast-paced environment, continually maintain quality and accuracy, service level agreements, have a self-discipline to stick to a schedule and get work done despite potential distractions. This is not a 1099. This is a Canadian work from home position. Um, it's 8 to 30 hours a week with an average of 15 and up to $14 an hour, and US dollars an hour. So I don't know if that how that translates in Canadian dollars. You must currently reside in Canada with a strong understanding of popular culture in your local Canada and locale Canada. Commit a minimum of 8 hours a week. You must sign an NDA and adhere to it. Have a smartphone. You can only have one search quality rater per household, and you must be 18 years or older. Number 3 is a English to Spanish interpretation opportunity. They're looking for English certified English to Spanish interpreters with a competitive hourly rate for Rhode Island State Department contract. You must have 5 to 7 years. You must be certified, and they are only seeking certified applicants only. If you're not certified, other certifications are acceptable. And please indicate your application certification level. You must be fluent in Spanish, fluent in English, and they do have hourly rates. They're looking for an AI data annotator for French Canadian. They're looking for someone who is detail oriented. You'll accurately perform ratings and annotation tasks as per project guidelines, maintain high levels of accuracies, meet project deadlines, effectively communicate in French Canadian and English. You need 2 months with the this project will last 2 months with the possibility of extension. 15 to 20 hour minimum per week, and you must be fully proficient in French Canadian. linguistic competency in a target language equivalent to ILR level 5 or CEFC2, advanced competency in English to follow instructions and communicate with our team. You must dedicate 15 to 20 hours a week minimum, and you must sign an NDA. I'll do number 5, which is an audio recording project for We Localize. This position is a fixed rate of $30.75. It is freelance. You need a desktop plus a mobile phone. You'll participate in U.S. speakers to participate in a scripted audio data collection project. This is a freelance opportunity. You record short conversational audio clips in English based on a provided script, simulate natural background environments such as car, cafe, or office. You can use actual sounds and or background tracks. Follow specific guidelines, and full professional proficiency in English is required. And you must have access to a laptop or a desktop. I want to read number 11. They need a relocalized needs a scout search quality rater for Spanish. So you must complete the task in Spanish. However, you'll be able to receive support from project management from 9 to 5. You can work on your own schedule. Project management help is available from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. This is a 10-hour a week minimum, up to 29 hours a week. This is a W-2 part-time. It is last 12 months with the possibility of extension. And they only are hiring in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Missouri, Montana, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. You must be fluent in both Spanish and English. And you guys can read the rest of them. There are 15.
I see Queen Remy has stepped in the building. Hey, Remy. She says, hey, ladies, long time no see.
Hey.
Queen So Right says, yes, this channel has been a huge help for me to fill up my basket. Oh, my God. Thank you, Queen. Drea says, yes, So Right. Queen Remy says, I'm almost up to 100 with Prolific, and they're sending me $30, $40, and $50 on up surveys. Wow. Go ahead, girl.
Wow.
Congratulations, Remy.
Congrats, Remy.
Y'all be sure to get Prolific in the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Remy is getting these 30, 40,
Yes.
50 and up surveys from this site. There is a wait list. Everybody has to go through the wait list. You may get on tonight and get off tonight. We've seen people get on and get off same night. May get off tomorrow. It may take a week before you get out, but just get on. Get on. Drill says, congrats, Remy. Leonica says, hey, Remy. Remy says, I spark here and there, but I'm focusing on trying to get me a job in customer service or tutoring.
Oh, okay.
Remy, have you tried? What's that school, Tan? It's an American USA school. K-12.
Oh, yeah.
Remy, have you tried K-12, Queen? I would try K-12, and I saw one recently. Let me get the name of the company. I think it was a social study, history or something. Let me see. Let me go find the company. Hang on. From time to time, this company will post tutoring positions. But let me get it first. Let me see. The company is Mia Plaza. Let me see if they got anything. I see yeah, they got, let me see, social studies, secondary art curriculum developer, science, online school leader. I'll put the link in the chat, Remy, and you can just check it from time to time. They switch up jobs all the time. Leonica says, congrats, Remy. Remy says, thanks, Drea. Remy says, hey, Leonica, how are you? Queen Sherry says, don't forget to scan your receipts, because she says Pogo, Receipt Hawk, etc. Yep, rewards. I cashed out 75 gift card to Best Buy the other day. Thank you, Queen Sherry. Lisa says, thank you, ladies in chat. You welcome, Queen. Remy says, thanks, Leonica. Leonica says, hey, Remy, I'm all right. She says, how are you? Remy says, girl, someone hit me, and my car was in the shop. Oh, from April to July. She says, tore up her Honda, shaking my head. She says, but I'm thanking God I'm still here. Yes, we are thankful for you, Queen.
Yeah.
Leonica says, oh no, glad you are still here with us. Drea says, so glad, Remy. Remy said, her poor back, she said, hurts here and there. And then says, found it again. Remy says, thank you, Drea. People love texting and driving. She says, it's crazy. That's true. Leonica says, hope you feel better soon, Remy. She says she does feel a whole lot better. So that's great. And Queen so right. She says, Remy, wow, that's great. Congrats. Remy says, hey, Tan and Kerr, I have several eggs. And I'm steadily putting eggs in my baskets from y'all's channel. All right, Queen. Congrats to you. And she says, thanks, Sonia. Leonica says, glad you're feeling better, Remy. Remy says, girl, I had this bachelor's degree and I would like to use it. Laugh out loud. She says, K-12, I've heard of them. She says, I was substituting for Kelly's Education. Is that an online company, Remy, or is it on site?
I think Kelly, like some school districts use Kelly services to stay, okay. But I don't know about remote. Okay. My district was using them.
And I don't know, Remy, if you are wanting to teach like the kids or adults, but I would say try this school here, Open English, and also try English first. English first is a good one. She says, no, they're not remote. They're actually, okay, on site. Okay. Carlina says, oh, no, speedy recovery, Remy. And Remy says, thanks, everyone. She says, okay, Cara, thanks so much. I'll check it out. All right, Tan. She says, I sure will. Thanks so much. You're welcome, Queen. All right, girl, we ready.
All right. Well, all right, y'all have a great rest of y'all Wednesday. We will be back on Sunday or maybe before. Y'all have a great rest of your Wednesday. Have a great week. And bye-bye.
Bye, y'all. Thank y'all so much. And we will catch you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye. Peace.